YouTube, what's good, guys? It's your boy Levels Hit Back, coming at you with another video. Man, where have I been? That's the big question. I'll be honest with you guys. I have not been locked on what I should have been locked on. I had fumbled. I have fallen. But guess who's back, guys? Yeah, man, it's been a journey, and even in the past like 3 weeks, like, just been trying to get right with God, trying to get right with myself, trying to get right with my diet, trying to get right with work, try to get right with a lot of things. But I came to the conclusion, it was about a week ago, that you can't fight a lot of the things that come into our lives and try to take our energies, like lust, for instance, like gluttony, like greed, like desires. You can't fight a lot of those things. It says in the Bible that we have to run from a lot of them. Lust being particular was something I actually failed in to run from. I was very naive to believe I could go out and about, you know what I mean, and maybe even have a drink and think that I would stay on my path, be in the same mindset as I would be maybe that day. No, if you are somebody that is falling time after time after time, like myself, bro, the only way you're gonna get out is if you cut that, bro. You have to run from that. Cut it out, bro. Don't go back to whatever is making you fall. For me, what it was the websites. What it was girls, linking up with girls. So what did I do, bro? I cut it out, bro. I deleted Snapchat. I got off all those fucking apps, bro. I deactivated my Insta to really get back into who am I? You know what I mean? And we all need those seasons where we can reflect and find those temptations. You have to be able to see the temptation, because if you can't see the temptation, or even somebody that doesn't realize they have a temptation, they'll just fall to it. They'll just go with the flow like a river. You know what I mean? They'll just be in their little donut or their little you know what I mean, like those what I forget what they're called, but basically, you swim in a little lazy river. People will just get in those things and be like, oh, this is fun, not knowing that's literally taking them to a fucking waterfall where they're about to fall from the path that God chose you, and you're gonna have to go all the way around the river, fucking another maybe 50 miles just to get back up there where God had taken you. But you wanted to fall into earthly desires. God will always be there for us when we do fall, but we can just not go on these routes where we have to climb back up. I don't believe God will just bless us if we're continuously doing wrong. We have to understand what we're doing and do the opposite. We have to realize the temptations that come, if that is lust. And for me, that was. For others, that may be greed. For others, it may be adultery. It's crazy, because with lust, like, all of those other things come with it. You open one door, it's like the 7 deadly sins. You open one door, and other of those deadly sins start to entrap you as well. Like, let's even think about the story of David, right? Where he was on top of his balcony in his palace, and he looked down, and I forget her name, but he saw her showering. He saw her, because in the ancient Israel, they had their showers on top of the roofs, right? So that was like the only privacy to take a shower. But David being the king, he saw that his balcony was above the city. So he saw that, and he asked who that was. It ended up being one of his guards or one of his soldiers' wives. So what did the lust what did it bring to his life other than just lust? Long story short, he ends up killing one of his strongest soldiers, one of his soldiers. All because he didn't want that soldier to know what he had done with his wife. Because he had ordered the name of that woman. He had ordered her to come to him because he was lusting. And then one thing led to another. He didn't want his wife finding out. He offered for his husband to go back home and sleep with his wife while they were in a war or a battle. And he didn't want to do that. He said, if all my brothers are fighting, who am I to go and go home, go sleep with my woman, have a feast. So what did David do? He had a feast at his palace while there was a war. He had a feast at his palace and made sure that his guard or his soldier was to get drunk. Do you see all these things that he was doing, all because of lust? Like, think about it. How messed up of a person you have to be to try to get one of your soldiers drunk so then they can go home to sleep with their wife. Doesn't that sound like something else? But long story short, he didn't do that. He said, no, I'm not going to go home. And he slept on the ground, like in front of the palace doors, and was going to go back. But since he wouldn't go sleep with his wife, David didn't want his soldier finding out. So he sent him to the front of the battle lines and made sure that he was going to die. And what happened? He died. All because of lust. Do you guys understand now? When you open one door of sin, it opens many doors. For him, for David, in this instance, it led to murder. It led to manipulation. It led to a lot of things, and that's why we have to be very watchful. Even with websites, guys, if you guys are doing that kind of stuff, I promise you, get away from it. If you're on Instagram and you're seeing girls and you're trying to be a godly man, bro, hold that picture, press the little 3 dots, and press not interested. I promise you, you will feel better, because that's not what you should be seeing anyway. What kind of world are we supposed to be seeing these things? But yeah, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I too struggle, but my struggles bring me closer to God, and my shortcomings only block my blessings. I said it, yeah. All the wrong things that I'm doing only set me farther back from YouTube, from family, from work, from drive, from having that drive, that will to be connected with God. It's deep, guys. That's why I haven't been on. I've been fighting. I've really been noticing the way I think, the feelings that I get in the middle of the night of, oh, maybe I should go here. Oh, maybe I should hit this girl up. And sometimes those feelings are strong, but you know who is stronger? God. And God has gotten me out of all of that. And the only way I can continue to be out of that is to be connected to God. That's the only way. From spreading the word, from spreading gospel. Anytime I steer away from God and I'm of this world, it only leads me down a bad path. If I share worldly music, I only have worldly things coming back to me. Either people reaching out, saying, I love this song. But what kind of song is it? Is it a song about doing the deed with a woman, with a girl? Is it a song about theft? Is it a song about making money? What kind of energy are you attracting? But when you share God, the only thing people can do is either kiss their lips, get on board, and honor God, but there's not many options because you're sharing light. You're bringing light to a lot of dark places. So guys, we're not called to be ordinary. We're not called to be like everybody else, to make everybody feel good. That's the thing. If you try to be liked by everybody, I got bad news for you, man. We're supposed to be hated, bro. And not even, I mean, Jesus says it, not me, you know? Like, they'll hate you just like they hated me. For doing what? For sharing the word of God. That's what he says. For sharing God's commands of life, to love your enemy. If you have to walk a mile, walk two. All these things. And it can be hard to live by this, I understand. If somebody slaps you, you're going to turn the other cheek. You know, if you're a godly person, you will. But if it's in a situation where you know you have to defend yourself, of course you will too. We live in a different time. Of course, if you're with your wife and your daughter, and somebody comes up and, you know, tries something like that, of course, you're their protection. You know, you're not just gonna let somebody destroy you. But at the same time, if you understand the situation and somebody's trying to do something that you understand what they're doing, let them have the upper hand. If it's a homeless person, give them the money, you know? Of course, if it's by force or anything like that, you know, who am I to tell what to do? But honestly, if somebody needs something, man, let them have it. I would rather be connected to God in every situation than not. Really think about the way you operate as a human, the way you operate as a man. Are you closer to God after situations, after conversations, or are you farther from God? Just a question. Because I've been in both situations, talking with people, giving people my testimony about what God has done to me, and in the opposite light, talking about things so deep of this world, so deep of sin, and laughing about it, and feeling so away from God after. So which light do you want to reflect? Which light is God going to talk to you in? Of course, he's going to talk to the one that loves God, the one that honors God. So just food for thought for all my brothers. You know, I guess this is vlog 11. Honestly, this video was supposed to be more so why I haven't done vlog 11. But sometimes the spirit, you know, just has me talking. And I think it's like that for everyone. But since I'm already here, if you guys are trying to seek God, you must believe. You must really try to seek God with your heart. Because that's when God will seek you. If you're somebody that doesn't believe, but is making prayers, what good does that do? Like, as if God does not see your heart. If you're somebody that prays just to pray, oh God, thank you for this day. Oh yeah. Bro, what are you doing? Do you not think God sees that? If you're frustrated with life, tell God. If you're tired, tell God. This is a relationship. This is not just you obeying the law and oh, I have to pray. No, bro, you actually have to build a relationship. Whatever you're feeling, talk to God about it. So many people get misconstrued by, I force myself to. Why do you have to force yourself to pray? It's just a conversation. All you're doing is talking to God. If you're forcing, what is being forced? You know, these are all just questions. You know, I sometimes ask myself questions that give me my own answers. You know? But I personally believe the closer we get to God, the harder the journey gets. And God blesses those that can go through these trials. If you can go through these temptations that you're facing, if you can go through these hardships and still trust in God and not be that person that completely disregards God in those situations, then God will be just like a slingshot pulling you back. Yes, you may face all of these trials getting pulled back, but when God lets go, you fly, brother. You fly, sister. That's the way God operates. People get pulled back and they see others, and they could be like doves flying in the sky. And you say, I want to fly, but I'm getting pulled back. But you don't understand what God is pulling you back to, and how fast you're going to go. You don't see that. That's the thing. But yeah, guys, it's definitely been a journey, man, and I've really been trying to like get away, man, really running from lust, running from all these temptations, because it's been hard, man. I really believe the devil tries, really tries to get us to bow down to these worldly things, these such worldly things, guys. I'll have these thoughts of becoming rich. I'll have these thoughts of making millions. I'll have these thoughts, these worldly thoughts that are not mine, that just come into my brain. And it can be so easy to recognize with that, to feel like that's what I truly want. But when I'm in prayer, when I'm singing gospel songs, that's not what my heart's desiring. Yeah, of course I want to be successful, but it's not those same exact thoughts. These are implants from the devil, from the Antichrist, to get us away from God. And we have to recognize that we are flawed beings, and it is only through Christ that we are able to be righteous. I'm not a good dude, I've done a lot of things that I am not proud of, from sleeping around to stealing to saying things to, it all. I'm not better than you in any way, but I was able to recognize that God actually saved me. He actually saved me. So it's so much deeper than we think. Because when you can recognize that, then you can see what it means. But yeah, guys, I'm still gonna go strong. Every time I fall, I'm gonna get back up. And that's what this whole channel is about. Every time I have a temptation, I think about my family on YouTube and think, man, like the past 3 weeks, I've literally felt like all the times that I fell, I was literally thinking about you guys, like, man, I'm like letting them down, all from just bullshit desires that I would rather chase, just selfishness, when we are in this to fight. We are not in this to cope. We are not in this to be comfortable. We are in this to win, to be men of God, to be warriors of Christ, to have the Spirit. If you don't have a cross, guys, wear your cross all the time. Wear it all the time. Let it be a reminder. If you have fallen, kiss it, touch it, something. Don't take it off. I've fallen short in the past 3 weeks of taking my cross off. And I'm not doing it anymore, guys. I'm keeping it on. It doesn't all this whole life, bro. It's good versus evil, bro. I'm telling you guys, this is like a spiritual war. And if you're not fighting alongside, if you're not on God's side, bro, if you're somebody that thinks you can be in the middle, Bro, the devil owns the middle, bro. You have to proclaim it. The ones that don't want to proclaim it are the ones that are afraid to speak of God. They are afraid. They think it's cringe when it's not. It's the biggest blessing of life. What kind of man do you want to be? Really, ask yourself, what kind of man do you want to be, bro? Do you want to be a man of God? You want to be a man of money? You want to be a man of much women? What would a man of God do? Isn't that what you said you wanted to be? What would a man of money do? Put money over God? Ask yourself, bro. What is it that you want? Who do you want to be within the next 12 months? Are you trying to be in a better situation? Are you trying to be in a better level? Are you trying to be in a better relationship with God? A better physique than you currently are? More money in your account? Are you trying to have better relationships, God-centered? Are you trying to be a completely different person in a God-fearing way? Are you trying to be the spitting image that God has created you to be? Or are you trying to follow your own? Are you being controlled? These are all questions we have to ask ourselves. God tells us the way. We're supposed to work hard, bro. We're supposed to make our bodies tired. We're supposed to hit the gym. We're supposed to do for others what they wouldn't do to us. We're supposed to give. We're supposed to be men of God. We're supposed to be loving. But if you're not a reflection of that, you have to ask yourself, why? What is stopping me? I know my answers. I know what's stopping me. I know what I have to change. But do you? These are the things that we all have to ask ourselves. If you're a part of this community, these are the core, bro, of your identity. This is so much more serious than you think. You think this shit's a game, bro. It's not a game. This is not just a video, bro. I'm literally speaking to you, bro. Like, the only way you're gonna change, bro, is if you analyze, what is it? Where am I messing up? So many people don't even think about it, bro. They just live their lives. They just live like they don't think. If they want to smoke weed, they go smoke weed. If they want to steal, if they want to drink, if they want to hit up that girl, and they never think about who they're becoming or who are they trying to be like. So that's what I wanted to say, man. I'm gonna get back out here, man. A new video might come out tomorrow, might come out next month, bro. I'm really just trying to be in a better state, man. I feel like I'm definitely getting back to it, but you know, it's a war, man. So just identify which side of that you're on. If you're on God's side, bro, God bless, bro. If you're on the devil's side, bro, I pray for you, man. That's all I had to say, man. But Levels community, bro, continue elevating. Even if there's any sisters watching this video, I know I had a sister comment on my last video. But much love to everybody. Let's continue to level up. Let's hit it hard, man. Let's go.